Hey guys, this is my first haul. Welcome. There's a lot to get into, as you can see, so let's just jump right into it. So the first series that I'm going to show off today that I got is Black Cat 1 through 20. I ended up getting the first 18 off of Facebook for $40, which is insane. I already had the first four volumes, but for such a good deal, I could not pass that up. I ended up giving the guy a couple books. It was 55, and I gave him I'm a Hero Omnibus 1 and some Prince of Tennis extras I already had. And so I brought it down to 40. So I got the first 18 for $40, which is, like I said, insane. And 19 and 20 off of Right Stuff for like 750. So all in all, like a little under 60 bucks, like 55 bucks. Which is great. It's the same artist who does To Love Ru, and he has a new series currently running in Shonen Jump. I forget what it's called, but it's Kentaro Yabuki. I love his art. He's got a really great art. I honestly haven't read this since like I think middle school, to be honest. I only read the first volume. I ended up really liking it. I just could never find other volumes, and then I grew out of manga for a little bit, and now I'm back and I wanted to complete it. I actually really like these spines a lot. They're very beautiful, especially the later volumes. They're very colorful and pretty, and they look great on the shelf. But yeah, this was a great deal. I'm glad I finished it, and I can't wait to read it. So, continuing the trends of buying stuff off Facebook Marketplace, I got the entire Tokyo Ghoul, the original run, 1 through 14, for $70, I believe, which is pretty good considering the box set goes for high 80s, low 80s sometimes on Amazon. So that was pretty good. I actually started reading it. I'm all the way. I haven't started 7 yet, but I'm on volume 7 right now. And I haven't seen the anime or anything, so it's the first time reading through it, and it's pretty good so far. Definitely a little overrated, or I won't say overrated, but a little overhyped. But I like it a lot. I'm trying to do, for spooky season, I'm trying to do some horror-themed books for the rest of October. It's the first one I started with. I technically started it a little earlier. I started at like the 27th of September, so like 3 or 4 days before spooky season officially started. But yeah, I like it so far. It's pretty solid. Especially for a first series, it's pretty good. Sui Ashida. I like it a lot so far. Definitely a little overrated though. Next up is Air Gear 1 through 3. I bought this on a whim. It was like 20 bucks, a little less than 20 bucks for all three of the books. I like Ograte. He currently draws Bakemonogatari, the manga adaptation in Japan with Nisio Ishin, which is awesome. I love him. And he did, my favorite of his series is Tenjo Tenge, which is completely underrated seinen. So picked this up on a whim. It was pretty cheap. I want to collect the singles. I'm not sure when I'm going to get to reading this. But yeah, I excited to get to this eventually. Ograte has great art as well, and is a great storyteller. So here's some newer series that I recently picked up. Act Age 2. I only picked this up for the collectible purposes. The author is a terrible person. I don't recommend. I haven't read it, so I hear it's good story-wise. So if you do want to read it, probably read it online. But I picked this up merely for collectible purposes. Since I'm pretty sure it wasn't even supposed to go to print, or it did go to print, but it wasn't supposed to be sold. They canceled it right away. Spy Family 2, I liked the first one a lot. I got the second one right away. Definitely slowed the pace down a little bit, but I still enjoyed this volume quite a bit. And then the I want to say Holy Grail, but the amazingness Chainsaw Man just came out. I actually got it early. It's supposed to come out, I think, next week. I'm not 100% sure, but Chainsaw Man is awesome. This is definitely a recommend if you like gore and peak shonen. It might be the best thing running in Shonen Jump Japan right now currently. Definitely a good recommend. I would say pick it up if you think it looks cool. Next up is Zombie Powder, which is Tite Kubo's first work, I believe. I don't know if it's his first work necessarily, but his series before Bleach. And it's actually pretty decent for a first series. I mean, it has some of the same problems that Barrage has, which was Kohei Hirokoshi's first series before My Hero. A little generic, But the fight scenes are pretty good. This character is great, obviously for plot reasons. They're great. Yeah, it's I bought the first one forever ago, like when I was getting into manga when I was younger, and I just never got to picking up the other ones. I found 3 like a few months ago for like $1, so I just wanted to finish the series off. This book, I actually number 4 got off Thrift Books, and I was trying it out. Bought a couple other ones that are in this list that I was trying it out because they were pretty cheap, but I don't know if you can tell. I'll try and get a better angle. The cover has a lot of not nicks, but dents and creases, and the back here as well has some stuff. It said it was in very good condition, wasn't in very good condition, so I was upset about that. I was able to get a refund, which was cool. They told me to keep it, but yeah, it was pretty solid for a short series. I know people have problems with Bleach. I've only gotten to like maybe a little under halfway in Bleach. So like right as it's I think here it starts to get pretty bad. So I want to finish it at some point. That'll probably be a task for next year, and finally have settle on judgment with it. But yeah, Zombie Powder, pretty decent. 4 volumes, can't go wrong. Here we have Yu Hakusho 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. Another one of the series that I actually really like. I started when I was a lot younger. I have the first 3 volumes, and I just never got any more. Never got around to buying more. And I want to complete it. I want to finish it and read it in all of its glory, and finally, experience it like everybody else has pretty much at this point. Currently, I'm just missing 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 11. So that'll complete me. I'm trying to get them all before I start reading it, since I have such a backlog anyway. But if I really want to read it, I might just read those volumes online and just finish it up, just because I've been dying to read it for a while. But yeah, this is great. I'm almost done. Can't wait to finish it. Looking forward to it. So, if you guys haven't already told, I really enjoy shonen manga. Here is another pretty actually underrated series. This is Muyo and Roji's Bureau of Supernatural Investigations. This is 7 through 18, which is cool because I have 1 through 6 already, so this completes the series for me. Another one that I bought, I couldn't find much of when I was collecting. I wanted to read more. I think I got the first 2 volumes, and I could never find any more. I used to buy them in order, so if I went to a store and I was on 3 and they didn't have 3, I wouldn't have bought the other ones. Also, didn't have as much money as I do now. So, but yeah, I actually got Right Stuff had a sale, and I was actually going to buy some that week anyway, and they ended up having more of a discount on it. So I got from Right Stuff, I got 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14. 16 and 18, I believe, and then the 7, 10, 15, and 17, I believe, were out of stock, and Walmart, funny enough, had them. So they were MSRP $9.99, so I did spend retail price on them, but I'm not complaining too much. This one was still sealed. It's got the bonus sticker when Shonen Jump was doing they're celebrating their 40th anniversary. They're doing a trip to Japan, but this series is actually really criminally underrated. It's pretty good. It's about Muyo and Roji. See if I can find both of them. Well, it's this guy and this little guy, and basically they own a little they're exorcists that own a little for hire supernatural business where they go and hunt and exorcise demons for people who have been possessed or know people who have been possessed. I've only read, I think, the first 2 volumes, like I said, so I'm not sure how the whole series turns out, but the first couple volumes are actually pretty good. Definitely recommend, especially this is the one I'm trying to get to next after I finish Tokyo Ghoul for spooky season, and yeah, can't wait to get to that one as well. So here I have Dr. Slump 1 through 7. I bought these on Mercari. I got this in a bundle, all 7 plus another manga that I'll be showing off later. I had the first one. I like it. It's just a classic gag manga from, I believe, the 80s, whenever Akira Toriyama wrote this, right before Dragon Ball. So that's cool. I want to finish this series off eventually, soonish. It's only like 18 volumes, same as Muyo and Roji. I already had one, like I said, so this one is a duplicate. I will also be selling that one at some point as well. just the front cover. These covers are actually pretty cool. They're all different colors. That's just Errol and some gang. But yeah, I haven't read too much of it besides like the first volume, so I don't know how the whole series turns out. But it's pretty fun, pretty good gag manga. Next up, I have Strawberry 100%, Volume 6 and Volume 11. These two I bought two different places. This is the other one I bought from Thrift Books that I can't tell if you can tell on camera. Has a bunch of creases and dents on the cover. Said it was in pretty good or very good condition, and it just wasn't. And they refunded me, which was cool. And again, let me have it. Similar situation with this one. I bought it off Amazon for like $9-10. Said it was new. Was not new because these come cellophane wrapped because of the mature content thing. They sealed these so people couldn't peep at them in the store. And as you can tell, the spine is pretty sun faded. So I was just kind of it's in pretty decent condition. Otherwise, honestly, I was a little upset about it not being new when it said it was new. And they actually refunded me for this one as well. So these were free essentially this month. Which is cool, but I would rather have them paid for them in the condition I wanted. But it's all good. I'm not gonna complain about free books. So, but yeah, it's pretty fun. I actually think this is like a better version of quintessential quintuplets. In my opinion, I don't really like quintessential quintuplets. These aren't sisters by any means. They're all high school friends, but there's like 5 or 6 main love interests. This is also one that I read like the first couple volumes for and really liked, and I was younger, so I wasn't allowed to buy these without my parents, or I had to sneak in, find, and get them, and so I wasn't even really able to continue the story. But it's pretty fun. Definitely recommend. It's a good romantic comedy manga, especially from Shonen Jump. The older ones are pretty good. So here, I'll change it up a little bit. We got sane manga, but nothing crazy. Just Real by Takehiko Inoue. I actually just recently finished Slam Dunk, I think last month, and I loved it. It was really good. It was one of those ones that I, again, started forever ago, couldn't find more of, and fell out, so I ended up getting all of them, or I think all of them except one volume, and binge reading it last month, and it was pretty great. So I found these Real. I got the first Real with that Dr. Slump Mercari order. And that was cool. And then 2, 9, and 12, I just found it at a good price. I forget where. I think Right Stuff and some other website I found 2 at. For a good price, I just bought them. I'm probably going to get the whole set eventually. I don't know if I've said it, but I'm definitely trying to not start new series since I have such a backlog. But these are old, and I'm pretty sure they're going to go out of print. At least the older volumes, so I wanted to get them before they did, in case they do. But I don't know when I'm going to start this one, especially since it's not even complete. They're still, Takehiko Inoue is still, semi-irregularly writing new chapters. I think it's like once every couple months or so. I think the newest volume is 14. So just want to get them before they either go out of print or whatever. Slam Dunk is very popular. And this is just a mature version of that. So, yeah, I'm excited to collect it and then read it at some point in the future. Here's just 2 random Japanese volumes I bought. I'm not sure exactly what the translation of the names of the series is, but I think it says Rain or Shine. I bought them off Amazon, not even Amazon Japan, just the U.S. Amazon. This girl's really cool. She reminds me of, she looks like Nico Robin, but she has Luffy's powers where she has stretchy limbs. But it's pretty cool. The art is actually really, really cool. I forget where I found this. The author is Hajime Shigimoto. The art is really cool, so I can try and show you guys. But it's pretty dope. There's some crazy battle scenes. There's a guy who has like spears out of his hands. I think that's in this volume actually. But the art is pretty sick. Yeah, here's the spears. He's got spears out. He can control spears out of his body. It's really cool. Just found it. They were pretty. They were like normal price. They're like, I think. They're like normal U.S. price. I think they were like $10, but normally they're like $4 or $5 in Japan. But the art was really cool. It's only 5 volumes. Thought I'd just pick it up. I have a small Japanese collection, but yeah, I think it's called Rain or Shine. I'm not sure if that's the actual name, but what it vaguely translates to. And I just picked it up randomly off Amazon. Here we have pretty much Shonen Jump Standard, Demon Slayer, 4 through 10. This is a series that I haven't started yet either. And I know I said I don't want to buy newer series yet, but me personally, when I'm buying manga, I like to have the original. It's really just for Viz books, but I like to have the original spine logos that it has. So as you can see, they changed the Shonen Jump logo at some point. They all have the same Viz logo, but for this series, they changed the Shonen Jump logo, and I wanted to get the first 7 with this original red circle Shonen Jump logo. So I found them. These always pretty much sell whenever people put them up anywhere. I believe I bought this on Mercari, and I already had the first 3, so I bought these, and they were selling them through 10, so I figured, just buy them. I'm gonna read it at some point anyway. Don't know when. It was just like a fair price, like $60 for 7 volumes. So they had the original spines that I wanted, because I believe they're first prints. So yeah, they're basically brand new. They still had like BAM, Books a Million's little sticker on the back, so must have bought them during a sale or bought them, realized they weren't going to read them, so they sold them. I'm not sure. But yeah, they had the logo I wanted, so I bought them. Excited. It's selling insanely well, pretty much everywhere. I'm not really even sure why. It's selling faster than One Piece, which is pretty crazy. So I'm excited to check it out. It's probably definitely overrated for how popular and much it's selling right now, but excited to check it out at some point. I like the art. It's kind of crappy, but in like a cool way. It's very rough, I guess, would be a better way to say it. But yeah, Demon Slayer 4 through 10. Here we have Soul Eater 5 through 25. I actually have the first 5, so again, I got another duplicate. But this was by far the biggest expense this month. These 20 volumes or 21 volumes. I think I paid like $180 off Manga Swap. He wanted like $205. I was able to talk him down a little bit. I'm not sure why. I know Yen Press sells them at like, I think new, or they sell at like 13 or 17. I think some of the older volumes or later volumes, I should say, are go really high, really in price, and I'm not sure why. So these always sell in big lots for a decent amount. So definitely not a steal or anything. Again, one of the series I got 1 through 5, and I absolutely loved it, but I ended up not finding the other ones and then falling off. So glad to finally have this. This is my other book I'm going to try, or other series I'm going to try and read for spooky season, all of October. So I'm going to go from Tokyo Ghoul to Muyo to Soul Eater, which will probably take me all month. So I'm not expecting to read any more after that. Honestly, maybe we'll start Demon Slayer if I have enough time, but with work, I doubt it. They're all in pretty fantastic condition. This is a duplicate. This one has a little dink in it, but not a big deal. This one I'm probably going to sell since it's a duplicate. But they're all in like pretty great condition, so I didn't mind spending as much as I did on them because of just how clean they were kept and whatever. I think 17 has like a corner. It's kind of been in the corner, and that's pretty much like the only defect out of any of these, I would say. If I can remember right. But yeah, these are... I'm excited to get to these and finally have it complete. I know it's like out of print, so it's hard to find, especially cheap. But yeah, I'm excited to start this one after later in the month. Here I have Rosario Vampire Season 2, 1 through 11. I have the first season, 1 through 10 complete. It was one of the few series I actually did finish when I was reading in middle school and high school, and I liked it a lot. The end got a little stale for me. It's honestly just hornier Tokyo Ghoul, in my opinion. At least season 1 is. I haven't read season 2. I believe there's 14 volumes in total, which is cool. I only have 1 through 11, but I got this off Facebook for a steal. I ended up paying $30 for all of these books. The only thing, I know some people might not like this about them, they have this pretty bad yellowing defect where all of them but volume 1 have this really weird yellowing just right here, this line. And I asked the seller about it, and he said he bought it somewhere else and that's how it came in. So I'm guessing it was just somewhere, even if he's lying. It was on someone's shelf. I don't think he was, though. It was someone's shelf, and these parts were exposed and just sat in the sun for long. But I mean, for $30, I was like, Yeah, that's insane. I mean, these are $10 a piece, so it's basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books for free if I bought them at retail. So can't complain. I hear this season's actually a lot better than season 1, so I'm excited to read it. I might, if I can find the first or the last 3, I might read it after Soul Eater, if instead of Demon Slayer, if I can find it. If not, I'll probably just start Soul Eater. I want to reread season 1 anyway, so we'll see. But yeah, $30 for all this. I can't complain too much about it, even with the link. So yeah. Here I have Vineland Saga Volume 1 and Vagabond Vizbig Volume 1. These are together because I bought them together on Facebook Marketplace for $5 a piece. The only reason I bought them. I'm not going to be able to getting around to them for a while, especially Vagabond. It's on hiatus and it's not finished, so Vinland Saga is not on hiatus, but it's still currently running in Japan. So I'm not sure when I'm going to get to these, probably not for a very long time. So camera stopped recording, but yeah, basically got these first deal on Facebook Marketplace. I will read them eventually, not sure when, like I said, probably whenever they finish, honestly, or if I get another deal. And I'm really bored and I just want to read something gritty and dark. I don't really know much about either of them. I just know this has Vikings in it and this has samurai or 12th century style Japan. I'm not exactly sure if they're samurai or not. I think they are. But yeah, 2 arguably the greatest seinen mangas currently running. I will read it at some point. Just don't know when. Here I have Dr. Stone 1 and 2, Base Senpai's favorite all-time Shonen Jump manga. Had to show it off. I understand. I know a lot of people don't enjoy Dr. Stone. I understand. I actually think it's really good. Obviously, I have it. I bought these 2. I have 3 and 5. Looking for the original spines. I think the first 5 have this SJ logo on it, so I'm just missing 4. Otherwise, I'd probably have more. It's pretty good. It's definitely, fairly standard for a Shonen Jump manga, and at least, mature level, I guess. It's not very deep or complex. There's a lot of science and fun stuff to it, but I can see how people would get sick of it. It does get a little gimmicky. Each chapter is very much about what invention they're making. But honestly, after the Stone Wars, they start to go into more lore stuff and dive into why the world became encased in stone in the first place, which is very, very interesting. So if you honestly even read up to the Stone Wars, I would say get through it and at least start the next arc, because that is some really good shit. Riichiro Inagaki, the writer, who also did Ice Shield 21. I just love his stuff. Ice Shield 21 is arguably even better than Slam Dunk, in my opinion. I haven't finished it yet. Again, one of those ones I started, and I'll talk more about it because I brought some more. But yeah, I would say start it if it looks interesting to you. If you don't get very far in it, don't bother going reading all the way to after the Stone Wars. That's like 90 chapters. But if you've started at some point and kind of got out of it, definitely trying to at least get through that. I think it gets really, really interesting after that. But yeah, Dr. Stone 1 through 2. I have 3 and 5, so this is nice. I enjoy Boichi quite a lot. Here I have some random Prince of Tennis volumes. This puts me at 1 through 18 completely. I believe it's like a 40 volume series, 42 or something like that. Good sports Shonen Jump manga. I don't know what else to say. I pretty much just got these because I needed to fill out free shipping on Right Stuff. And like I said, this puts me at an even 1 through 18, so I have the first 18 volumes of this series. It's pretty good. I mean, I haven't read it in so long, so I don't know if it hasn't aged too well. It's got an everyone rating. It's one of the few all ages Shonen Jump manga. So it's definitely like a little bit less mature than even like Naruto, or it's not really any violence or anything. But it's actually pretty good. Ryoma, who the main protagonist is, this guy is just like a beast at tennis, and it's pretty great. The anime is pretty good. At least 2000 standard anime was pretty good. Excited to get to this one. Apparently there's a sequel in Japan called New Prince of Tennis. It's not out in English, so I want to read that at some point once I get to this. Not sure when. I have a bunch of other stuff, but it is on my TBR relatively soonish, since it's when I started back in middle school, high school. But yeah, I'm excited to start this one soon. Surprisingly, I don't really care for sports, but sports manga is some good stuff. Alright. And finally, we have iShield 21, 6, 8, 11, 12, 14, 16, 23, 24, 31, 34, and 36. Very, very weird amount. I bought these on different places because they're just random issues were sold out. Yeah, I love iShield 21. It's honestly, it might even be better than Slim Dunk, but it's just as good as Slim Dunk. Yusuke Murata, who does One Punch Man, is amazing. Like, he's gotten even better with One Punch Man, but even in iShield 21, it is fantastic. Again, I only read up to, I think, 3 volumes. No, I think I read some online a little while ago, and fell off of it. I think I made it read like 5 volumes, but it's fantastic. Completely would recommend, if you like sports at all, if you like great art, great characters, if you like shonen stuff. This is an easy recommend. I mean, look at this cover. The covers are insane. Like, this is probably my favorite cover of all this series and of all time. Honestly, it's just great. After this month probably. I have some more coming in from elsewhere, and once that comes in, I think I'm just missing like 27, 28, and like volume 30, and then I'll have the entire series. And as soon as I get them all, I'm absolutely gonna binge read this. So this is on pretty soon after. I'll probably start it in November, December, if I can get my hands on those last 3 volumes. But absolutely fantastic series. So can't recommend enough. Thank you guys for watching my first manga haul. Please let me know any series I should check out at some point. I mean, like I said, I'm not trying to start too many new stuff right now, but I'm always listening and always looking. So if I find it for a good deal, I'll check it out. And anything that you guys want to see. I'm reading Tokyo Ghoul right now, so I'm going to try and do a review on that. And I finished Zombie Powder right before I started that. So if you want to see a review on that, let me know. And it doesn't have to be just manga. I love manga, but I also love video games and comedy and TV and film. So please, if you have any recommendations or anything you want to watch, any sequel, let me know. Thank you guys for watching, and please tune in again next time. Take care, guys.